everybody, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I wanted to do a quick little video today about Kyrra because she's on pre-order right now from My Meadow, and I picked my girl up at IDTS a couple of weekends ago, and I've had some different questions about like her fantasy parts and things like that, so I just wanted to go a quick run through and show you guys sort of what all her pieces are and what they do. She comes with magnetic fantasy parts. So she's got these two little antennae which kind of look like snail antenna, and then she's got these two curly cues that are sort of like, they remind me of like little fairy antenna or something like that. And then she's got a pair of fairy wings as well. So she comes with all these fantasy parts to attach, but they're not permanently attached. So the way it works is they each have magnets on them, and they're very, very strong, powerful magnets, which I love. And the reason that's important is because they will stick through her wig. So if I put it on her wig like so, it sticks through, and I don't have any issues with them falling off or not sticking through the wig, so on and so forth. Now the wig that she's wearing right now is a Monique Tessie, and if you know anything about Monique wigs, they're a little bit thinner. They're not as thick of a material. So I wanted to show you, now just for sizing information, this is a 7/8, but Kyrra's really an 8/9. I've just stretched this wig out so much over the years because it's pretty much my favorite wig, so all of my little kids wear it. But I'm going to show you, the wig she came with is like this synthetic mohair, which is much thicker material, and you can see there it's a size 8/9, but it's a much thicker wig. But I'm going to show you how easy the magnetic pieces stick through this wig. And you can see on her head, you don't see the magnets. So the magnets are totally hidden inside her head, so you don't see that, you don't have that on the outside. So if you wanted her to be bald for whatever reason, you wouldn't have to worry about the magnets showing. So I'm going to stick this on real quick. I hope it's going to be real quick. Yep. And so you can see this wig, it's much thicker, but when I go to stick her fantasy bits on, they go right through the wig. And that's so important in my opinion, because you don't want the parts coming off or not being very secure. They're super secure on here. They're not going to come loose. So it fits through a thin wig, and it also works through a thicker wig. Now, same thing to be said about the wings. The wings have a very strong magnet, and you can stick it through. You see the magnet is up between her shoulders, but again, it's not visible on the outside. It's inside the doll. But the nice thing is the wings will stick through clothing. So if I have her outfit on, I'm going to put her outfit on real quick and come back and show you guys how it fits. Okay, I'm back, and now she's fully clothed. So she's got her clothes on, and you can see it covers up her back, but the magnet is still so strong that I can actually kind of like lower it like that or drop it on there and it sticks. So the magnet is strong enough to hold through her clothing, which I think is great. So, and you don't have to use the pieces. If you don't like the magnetic pieces, you don't have to use them. Now, if you notice, my pieces are blushed. They have blushing on them, and that's because I got my doll. My doll is painted by Charlene, and the body is blushed as well. I am almost positive that the factory painted dolls, so if you get a doll that's factory painted, these pieces are not going to come blushed, because when you get a factory face up, it's just the face up. You don't get the fingernail painting and the body blushing like you do with an artist face up. I believe I read that Charlene is taking 20 slots for face ups or for painting for these dolls, so I highly recommend her. Her face ups are absolutely gorgeous. You can see there, she's so perfect. And I really love on this doll how she has a little bit of subtle fantasy there in her face up. But I'm going to show you really quickly too the body. Okay, now that I've got her undressed, I just wanted to point out a few cute things about her. First of all, I think her little belly button is so cute. Isn't that just the cutest little thing? Secondly, is she has slightly pointed ears. So she's got these slight little elf ears, which are really cool, I think, because she is a bit of a fantasy doll. So she could really lean either way. She could lean fantasy, or you could kind of make her into like a human child if you wanted to, by not using the fantasy parts and just kind of covering up those ears, or just maybe thinking that she's got a little bit more pointy ears, or maybe she could even be a Vulcan. So there you go. So she's got a slight point to her ears. And then I'm going to show you just a little bit about the jointing. Meadow's dolls are always jointed really well. So if you're not familiar with the dumplings, you've got all these joints in the legs, so you can do all sorts of fun poses with them, like sitting back and reading or whatever. So you've got that sort of pose that you can do. And they also have the back notch, so you can sit her forward. So right now that's not engaged, but you can sit her forward like so, and that will make her sort of sit forward if you've got a scene that you're wanting to display, and she'll sit up and she'll stay up in that position if you engage. Well, lucky I had this nice soft background here, but yeah, you can do that back notch, and then she'll sit up and she'll stay up for you in that position. So she's a really cute doll. If you have any questions, leave them for me in a comment below. The pre-order is on now. I think it goes until the end of July, and she's offered in tan and fair. This girl is tan. I got the tan doll, again with Charlene's face up, as you can see. So well worth it. I think she's a super, super sweet doll, and she's a fun size. I think the eyes are 12 millimeters, and there's a lot of great folks, great artists who make clothes for these dolls. She can wear some USD stuff, and there's just a lot of cool things out there for her, so you can pretty much style her whatever way you want. So if you have any questions, leave them for me in a comment below, and as always, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.